Hi everyone, Niall or Harpsona here, and I'll be talking about my 2022, how things went, what was new, what was challenging, and just really sharing how the year went for me overall, as well as what I'm looking forward to next year. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so starting off with what's new. First big thing is I got married. So in September of this year, I got married to my lovely husband, Skylar. We've been really happy, but of course, we were super busy around that time of the marriage. So summer and early fall were pretty busy, and it was hard to get a lot done musically around that time. But throughout the rest of the year, I got some really awesome opportunities. And another big first, and actually, when it comes to the wedding, hopefully that is, the only one, not just the first. But sorry. So when it comes to first, this year I also got to record for Netflix limited series. So any sort of, show for the first time. And that was super exciting. So I was reached out to by Austin Wintory, who is a co-composer of Thai Cave Rescue, and also Grammy nominated, like amazing composer for a lot of different video games as well. So I was a little starstruck when I got the message from him asking for me to record harp for Thai Cave Rescue. And so at the time, I didn't actually know the title. I don't know if the title was actually finalized at that point. I just knew a general synopsis of what I was recording for. I got, all the sheets to record to and the mock-ups and the click tracks. And I just did my thing, practiced, recorded, sent things over, and I didn't really hear much of what the final product would hear like until I actually saw the show. So when it was released in September, I was super excited to watch it, and I loved listening to the music and hearing how the score fit in with the story. But I also just got really into the story itself. So it's a dramatization of a real world story, and it was really well done in my opinion, and the music just really added to it. And so it was just super awesome to be watching, enjoying this, high production value series, just like I'm enjoying anything else. But then also hearing something and being like, I think I remember this part coming up, like when I was recording, and then I'd hear my harp mixed in beautifully with everything else, and it was just like nothing else. So that was a really awesome kind of accomplishment for me this year, and I'm happy to share that there are other things in the works with Austin, with other composers as well that I can't really speak about right now. Another first for this year is that I also dipped in a little bit, just a tiny bit, into the world of production. So I'm still super novice. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but I had a lot of fun putting together this short little lo-fi version of the Final Fantasy Prelude using my own harp recording and then layering some drums and some synth strings over it. So it's not super great in terms of how things are mixed, and maybe the rhythm's a little simple, but I really enjoyed putting it together, and I'm really looking forward to doing more production in 2023. So I still want to do a lot of solo pedal harp arrangements, but I do want to take advantage of like the electric harp that I have, and also now the electric violin that I have as well, and put everything together, layer on some other stuff, and make some really fun sounds and music with that. So speaking of, there was actually a really nice little thing I put together in January, the start of the year, that was really simple, but people seemed to like it. And now looking back, I do like how it sounds. Like I was layering some vocals on top of the electric harp, just something very simple. And I would love to be able to do more vocal stuff in the future too, but I need to do some practice, some vocal training, and learn how to actually sing, do like little like oohs and ahs, but not like actually sing. So that'll be for something in the like in a few years or whenever. But looking forward to getting started and doing more of that, and I'm really looking forward to experimenting more in 2023. So that little Final Fantasy Prelude lo-fi mix that I made actually led to a collaboration where I collabed for the first time for Coffee Date and Game Chops, which I love their music, so I was really happy to see them reach out and for us to collaborate on creating a more polished version, a more polished lo-fi version of the Final Fantasy Prelude. And so I was really happy when that opportunity came up and we got to work together and release that music, and it sounds great. So I definitely recommend listening to the full track, but here's a little sample. So for VGM Together, I needed to put together a set of relaxing music between 5 to 10 minutes. And so for that, I picked three songs. And I want to start out with Sheik's theme because I feel like that's a really nice song that doesn't get that much attention. Honestly, I feel it's underrated, but it's beautiful. And so I put together an arrangement of that to kind of invoke the sense of like a relaxing morning, kind of like you're waking up and you're ready for a relaxing day. From there, moved on to Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Moment of Recall. So, Brave Exvius is a mobile game, but the soundtrack is incredible. I highly recommend listening to it. Really great stuff. But this song is also, just very calming, a little sleepy. And so I feel like that's more like a midday, early evening kind of song. And then this leads into the final song of the set, which is Piranha Plant Lullaby from Super Mario 64. So this one's definitely much more calming, definitely very much a song for sleeping. And I hope, by the end of this set that people are feeling really relaxed. People could always use something to relax. Things are always stressful, especially nowadays. So just try my best to help people stay calm out there. This year, I also got to participate in a virtual charity concert for I Hope Canada. And so I was really happy to be able to contribute a set for that as well. Unfortunately, I don't think it's recorded, so I don't have anything to show here. But that was part of what I did this year as well, was do a little short private performance as well for charity. And so that was a really nice thing to do. And this is the first time I've done a virtual concert, so I imagine there will be more in the future as well. But that's also part of the reason why I didn't have as many cover videos out this year, is that I was actually preparing some materials for this. In retrospect, I probably should have recorded some of that stuff in preparation as a separate video, but maybe I'll go back and record some things in the future. One of the arrangements was actually Hopes and Dreams from Undertale, and so maybe I'll do that sometime later. This year for Halloween, I didn't have time to do a full kind of arrangement that I usually do with the pedal harp. Definitely check out my other Halloween videos. I'm actually still quite proud of quite a few of them, especially the Nightmare Before Christmas. That was not easy to do, but I somehow made it work for Harp Duet. And Banjo-Kazooie Gruntilda's theme, or Witch's Lair, was really fun to do. Fun fact is that Witch's Laugh is me. I was the one who recorded that, and it does sound like it came straight from the game, but I somehow made that sound happen at my desk a few years back in Seattle, so definitely check that one out. But for this year, I did a really short version of Lavender Town using my electric harp, using kind of a more spooky filter effect called Ghost from the Empress Reverb effect pedal. And so I think that one turned out really nicely as well. Definitely going to be looking forward to using the electric harp more in the following year. I apologize for still not making a video about the harp itself. I should do a little studio tour and actually talk about the different harps, kind of what makes them different, what's similar between them, and also kind of introduce my electric violin as well, which I did a short little unboxing video recently of. Let's go ahead and take a look at what I did this year, month by month. Thank you again so much for joining. I really appreciate you taking the time just to watch and listen to me kind of babble about how my year went and what was interesting and what was new for me. And so if there's anything in particular that you learned or thought was cool or interesting, or any questions that you have, please leave a comment below. I'm really curious to hear from you. And for 2023, I'm really looking forward to getting more experience just making more things. This year was a little rough for me in terms of mental health, so I need to make sure I'm able to better fight that for 2023 and just put out more things. I should just do it. So I'm going to do my best to do that. So it's going to be, of course, standard harp arrangements with the pedal harp. Production as well is something I really want to get into. So I'm going to be playing around a lot more with the electric harp, electric violin, and just making things and adding beats to whatever I make. So looking forward to that in 2023. Thank you again for joining. If you enjoyed this video, of course, like, subscribe, comment, etc. But looking forward to making this sort of video again next year and also making stuff in 2023. Thanks for joining.